List siapa ya? Dia.
Aku ngomong. Hadirin dipersilakan duduk kembali.
Ujian promosi doktor pendidikan dibuka. Sekretaris penguji melaporkan kepada ketua penguji bahwa ujian promosi doktor pendidikan atas nama Saudari Emilia Ninik Aydawati SP M.Hum siap dimulai.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Bapak Rektor, dalam ini diwakili oleh Bapak Direktur Sekolah Pasca Sarjana, Profesor Dr. Fathurrahman M.Hum, yang cendekia, Bapak, Ibu, para penguji yang sangat terpelajar, para tamu undangan yang terhormat, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Salam sejahtera untuk kita semua. Dengan mengucap syukur Alhamdulillah, pada hari ini, Senin, 14 Agustus 2023, Program Studi Ilmu Pendidikan Bahasa S3, Sekolah Pasca Sarjana Universitas Negeri Semarang, mengajukan Saudari Emilia Ninik Aydawati SP M.Hum sebagai promovenda untuk dapat diujikan disertasinya yang berjudul The Impact of Synchronous and Asynchronous Online Peer Review Practice on Academic Writing Skill of the Students with Different Learning Style. Perlu saya laporkan kepada Bapak Rektor bahwa promovenda telah menyelesaikan semua perkuliahan setelah menjalani beberapa tahapan pengujian disertasi sebelumnya di Sekolah Pasca Sarjana UNES dan kesemuanya dinyatakan lulus. Serta telah memenuhi syarat untuk ujian disertasi tahap kedua ini. Oleh karena itu, saya mohon Bapak Rektor selaku Ketua Penguji untuk membuka sekaligus memimpin ujian disertasi secara resmi. Terima kasih. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Terima kasih. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Selamat pagi, semangat pagi, salam sejahtera untuk kita semuanya. Om Swastiastu, Namo Buddhaya, salam kebajikan. Yang saya hormati, saya muliakan seluruh Dewan Penguji yang amat terpelajar. Saya hormati, saya banggakan Saudari Promovenda. Saya hormati hadirin seluruhnya yang hadir secara langsung maupun yang hadir secara daring. Sebelum ujian dimulai, saya ingin bertanya kepada Saudari Promovenda, nama lengkap, sambil cek, Mas.
Emilia Ninik Aydawati.
Ya, apakah saudari dalam keadaan sehat?
Sehat.
Judul disertasi? Nah, judul disertasinya.
The impact of synchronous and asynchronous online peer review practice on academic writing skills of students with different learning styles.
Ya, apakah disertasi ini karya ilmiah saudari sendiri?
Ya, Prof.
Ya, silakan saudari baca dan tanda-tangani surat pernyataan keaslian.
Baik. Dengan ini saya, nama Emilia Ninik Aydawati, NIM 0201615016 Program Studi Ilmu Pendidikan Bahasa Inggris. Menyatakan bahwa yang tertulis dalam disertasi yang berjudul The Impact of Synchronous and Asynchronous Online Peer Review Practice on Academic Writing Skills of Students with Different Learning Styles, ini benar-benar karya saya sendiri, bukan ciplakan dari karya orang lain atau pengutipan dengan cara-cara yang tidak sesuai dengan etika keilmuan yang berlaku, baik sebagian atau seluruhnya. Pendapat atau temuan orang lain yang terdapat dalam disertasi ini dikutip atau dirujuk berdasarkan kode etik ilmiah. Atas pernyataan ini, saya secara pribadi siap menanggung risiko atau sanksi hukum yang dijatuhkan apabila ditemukan adanya pelanggaran terhadap etika keilmuan dalam karya ini. Semarang, 14 Agustus 2023 yang membuat pernyataan Emilia Ninik Aydawati.
Ya, silakan tanda-tangani. Ya, tunjukkan Pak Kaprodi sah. Ya, sah ya. Apakah saudari sudah siap mengikuti ujian?
Siap, Prof.
Siap. Baik, saya akan membuka secara resmi dengan mengucapkan Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Ujian promosi Doktor Pendidikan Saudari Emilia Ninik Aydawati SP M.Hum. Secara resmi saya nyatakan dibuka. Perlu saya memperkenalkan tim penguji sekaligus menyapa beliau-beliau. Susunan tim penguji berdasarkan surat keputusan Rektor Universitas Negeri Semarang ya. Meskipun saya yakin saudari Promovenda sudah mengenal pengujinya, namun saya yakin pula semakin mengenal para penguji, semakin mengenal para pembimbing, maka keilmuannya pun akan semakin terpandang. Susunan tim penguji terdiri dari Ketua Profesor Dr. S. Martono MSI, Rektor Universitas Negeri Semarang, Sekretaris Profesor Dr. Fathurrahman M.Hum, saya sendiri, anggota penguji 1, Ibu Doktor Deborah Tri Ragawanti MA. Ibu Doktor Deborah siap?
Siap, Prof.
Siap ya. Terima kasih Ibu.
Sama-sama.
Penguji 2, Ibu Doktor Rahayu Puji Haryanti M.Hum. Ibu Doktor Rahayu siap?
Siap, Prof.
Siap. Penguji ketiga, Bapak Widianto, SPD, MPD, PhD, Kaprodi, S3 Bahasa. Siap Pak Dr. Widianto?
Siap, Prof.
Siap. Penguji keempat, Profesor Sri Wuli Fitriati, MPD, PhD. Ibu Prof. Sri Wuli, siap?
Siap, insya Allah,
Siap.
Bapak.
Mau menguji, beliau sudah datang sejak pukul 9. Nanti semangat sekali ya, karena beliau salah satu kopromotornya. Penguji ke-5, Profesor Dr. Januarius Mujianto M.Hum. Prof. Yan, siap? Siap. Penguji ke-6, Profesor Dr. Dwi Rukmini, MPD. Ibu Dwi Rukmini siap?
Siap.
Ya, terima kasih, Prof. Seluruh penguji sudah siap. Nah, saya persilakan Saudari Promovenda untuk berdoa terlebih dahulu. Selanjutnya saya persilakan Saudari Promovenda untuk menyampaikan isi disertasi secara komprehensif, namun dibatasi waktu yang singkat ya, tidak usah tergesa-gesa. Maksimal 15 menit, silakan.
Terima kasih, Prof. Listen. Thank you for the opportunity for me to stand here to present my dissertation. The title of my dissertation is The Impact of Synchronous and Asynchronous Online Peer Review Practice on Academic Writing Skills of Students with Different Learning Styles. The background of my study. First, providing feedback on student writing effectively is challenging due to the limited individualized attention in typical classroom conditions. Second, peer review or peer feedback is a method used by educators to involve students in evaluating and providing feedback on each other's work. The third, peer review can serve the purpose of commendation, criticism, and suggestion, and has been shown to improve students' writing abilities. Online peer review has been researched and found to be effective in providing feedback on writing through platforms like WhatsApp and Zoom. Next, in the English Language and Art Department at Unika Sukio Pranoto, peer review activities have been conducted. Training for student reviewers is important, but it is not done adequately in some institutions, resulting in limited benefits from peer review activities. The effectiveness of peer review in teaching English sentence writing skills has been established, but the specific techniques used in peer review are not mentioned in some studies. Different students may have different perception of peer review practice, and their preferences may relate to their learning styles. Learning styles can impact the effectiveness of e-learning practice. The reasons for choosing this topic is that online peer review studies have been proven that this activity positively impacts both the peer reviewer and the peer reviewed students. Second, this study is done digitally as young people prefer to do things digitally, in this case, using computers. Information and communication technology has been reposted as advantages. There are two main research problems in my study here. The first is, what are the impact of online peer review on students' academic writing skills? And the second, how is the interaction of learning style and online peer review? From these two main research problems, it is developed into 16 research problems. The first, what is the impact of synchronized online peer review on the academic writing skills of students with different learning styles? Second, what is the impact of asynchronous online peer review on students' academic writing skills with different learning styles? What is the impact of synchronous online peer review on the academic writing skill of students with dependent learning styles? What is the impact of asynchronous online on the academic writing skills of students with dependent learning styles? Next, what is the impact of synchronous online peer review on the academic writing skill of students with independent learning styles? What is the impact of asynchronous online peer review on the academic writing skills of students with independent learning styles? What is the impact of synchronous online peer review on the academic writing skills of students with collaborative learning styles? What is the impact of asynchronous online peer review on the academic writing skill of students? What is the impact of synchronous online peer review on the academic writing skills of students with avoidant learning styles? What is the impact of asynchronous online peer review on the academic writing skill of students with avoidant learning styles? What is the impact of online peer review on the academic writing skills of students with dependent learning styles? What is the impact of online peer review on the academic writing skills of students with independent learning styles? What is the impact of online peer review on the academic writing skill of students with collaborative learning styles? What is the impact of online peer review on the academic writing skills of students with avoidant learning styles? How is the interaction of learning style and online peer review? And the last one is, what is the impact of asynchronous online peer review on the improvement of students' academic writing skills treated with online peer review? The significance of the study. The first is pedagogically, it can promote teaching writing. It will help writing teachers conduct online peer reviews appropriately through academic writing skills and online peer review training. Practically, it provides students access to practice academic writing skills and does online peer review with their friends. They can apply online peer review which is appropriate based on their learning style. And theoretically, it develops a theory on the relationship between learners' learning styles and how to apply online peer review, whether it is synchronously or asynchronously. The scope of the study is the process and product approaches of writing. Here, in doing the writing, the students will have to go through the process and finally they will produce the writing. Online peer review in academic writing classes focuses on synchronous and asynchronous ways. Learners' learning styles are based on Grasa-Reichmann's student learning styles. There are 6 types of learning styles, but in my study, I only use 4 types of learning style: dependent, independent, collaborative, and avoidant. I come to the definition of terms. The first is peer review. Peer review is collaborative learning process in which students evaluate and provide feedback on one another's work, fostering conversation about performance and standards. It entails providing students with feedback on their performance on a particular assignment. It can be provided in various formats, including written, verbal, electronic, or a combination. In this study, I define peer review as the activities done by a pair of students to give praise, criticism, and suggestion by communicating with each other using the computer synchronously and asynchronously. The product approach is an approach in writing that aims to make learners imitate a model text for the product. And process approach focuses on writing as the exercise of linguistic skills and developing writing skills. The next is academic writing. Academic writing is a form of evaluation that requires students to demonstrate knowledge and proficiency with specific disciplinary skills, including thinking, interpreting, and presenting this. And the academic writing is done in the academic writing class. I come to the review of related literature. There are some previous studies on peer review. The first one is the positive impacts. Peer review has been proven that it is advantageous because it can help the students to improve their writing skills. Not only their writing skills, but also their communication skills, because they have to communicate each other. However, there is also negative impact because students in ESL context do not get benefit. They do not play a proactive but reactive. And about the students' attitude, students prefer written comments to in-person peer review and prefer receiving feedback to providing it after reading their friends' papers. They believe they can reduce their anxiety, boost their self-esteem, increase their self-confidence, and also to deal with their emotional state. They also implement social strategies during their peer review activities. They are inquisitive, cooperative, and empathetic with their peers. And about the training, a study done by some writers saying that implemented more targeted and organized training is very important. It evaluated its efforts on the feedback provided by L2 learners. And one of the writers discovered that at the end of the training, L2 learners could shift their focus from formal issues like grammar, vocabulary, and punctuation to global ones. So it deals with the ideas relationship, overall organization, and coherence. The nature of writing. Writing seems to be a fundamental link that holds our society's education culture and commerce systems together. Writing is a way for people to think, things they could not have thought when they first started. Writing is a verbal exchange through which people liberate themselves from their thought, feelings, and perception. And about the writing assessment, the assessment should reflect the student's knowledge and skills level concerning the study's objective. Writing assessment can and should be standardized, objective, and efficient, and the writing assessment results should be generalizable. Rubrics can be a valuable tool for teachers and students to improve students' second language writing ability. And in doing the peer review, it is a kind of a cooperative learning. Cooperative learning is the instructional use of small groups, so students work together to maximize their and each other's learning. They explain that through experiencing collaborative learning, students can understand the nature of cooperation of mutuality. And the learning styles, as I have explained before, there are 6 categories based on this learning style by Grasa-Risman's category: competitive, collaborative, avoidant, participant, independent, and dependent. I come to the research methodology. It is an experimental research. It is a mixed method. The subject of the study are the students of academic writing in the year of 2018-2019. And the data collection techniques is done by giving a pre-test and post-test, and also by interview some of the participants. The role of the researcher here is the one who gives the treatment to the students. The data analysis techniques that I have done is that classifying students' learning styles based on the questionnaire, and then give the pre-test. After that, do the online training several times. Finally, I give the post-test and then do the interview. Finally, analyzing the result, analyzing using pair t-test and ANOVA to find the answer. Based on the finding, there are some data about the pre-test compared between class treated with synchronous, and synchronous. There are 4 kinds of learning styles: dependent, independent, avoidant, and collaborative. And this is the data of the post-test. Based on the data, the SIG is 0.14 here. It can be interpreted that the interaction between students' learning style positively impacts the students' academic writing skills. And this is the means comparison of the pre-test and post-test academic writing score treated with online peer review. This is a complete comparison of the student with different learning styles. So for the dependent learning, students with dependent learning style, asynchronous will give better score. In independent students, synchronous will give the better results. Avoidant is appropriate with the asynchronous online peer review, and collaborative better to have the synchronized. So the conclusion is that the students' writing skill improve after the treatment. The mean of the synchronous group is 58.89 compared to 63.39 for the post-test. The students' writing skill improve better after synchronous online peer review. There is a correlation between learning style and the kind of online peer review. And synchronous online peer review activities are appropriate for students with independent learning styles. And synchronized online peer review activities are appropriate for students with cooperative learning styles. Asynchronous online peer review activities are appropriate for students with dependent learning styles. And synchronous online peer review activities are appropriate for students with avoidant learning styles. And the suggestion for the writing teachers that they need to give training on how to do the peer review before the real online peer review. And it is important to know the student learning style. The teachers may also give face-to-face peer review instead of online peer review. And this can be restudied further to know the impacts of peer review activities when it is conducted differently with more participants. That's all. Thank you.
Saudari Pramavenda sudah memaparkan isi disertasi secara komprehensif sampai dengan simpulan. Selanjutnya adalah sesi pertanyaan dan tanggapan. Silakan diminum dulu biar tidak tergesa-gesa ya. Baik, siap.
Siap.
Pertanyaan dan tanggapan akan dimulai dari penguji 1 sampai dengan nanti penguji ke-6. Masing-masing mendapatkan alokasi waktu 10 menit. Dimulai dari penguji 1, saya persilakan Ibu Doktor Deborah Tri Ranggawanti, MA.
Ya, baik, terima kasih kepada Prof. Fatur Rahman sebagai Direktur Pasca Sarjana UNES yang sudah memberikan kesempatan lagi pada saya untuk bisa bergabung dengan tim penguji ujian terbuka. Untuk pagi ini, ujian terbuka Ibu Emilia Ninik Aydawati. Saya mohon izin untuk memulai dulu ya, Prof.
Ya, baik Bu, monggo.
Ya, Bu Nini, good morning Bu Nini.
Morning, Ibu. Thank you for joining the examination.
Yeah, first of all, congratulations Bu Nini. Yeah, after all the hard work and perseverance that you put in, finally you can finish your dissertation. Yeah, again, congratulations Bu Nini.
Thank you.
Yeah, let's start our discussion, Bu Nini. Yeah, I have some questions to ask, to discuss with you, yeah. Okay, let me start from your topic. Yeah, when I read the background of your study, I saw you mention that in your writing course, the technique of giving feedback that has been done so far is teacher feedback. Yeah. And then I was wondering why then you chose online peer review. Why not researching teacher feedback? Did you have any problem with the teacher feedback technique or what?
Thank you for the questions. Based on my experience as writing teachers, when I gave the students feedback, I found that it didn't really give the good impact to students, because I sometimes saw the students just look at the score and they didn't care about the feedback that I gave to the students individually. Well, you know that to do that, it takes time. I mean, we have to see one by one, and then we have to give comment. And the purpose of giving the teachers feedback is that we can improve their writing. That's why then I try to do the peer review, giving feedback by their peers, because they are assigned to do that, they have to do that, and then they must to do that. Then they can learn something, because they cannot just give any feedback on their friends' writing essay.
Okay, thank you, Bu Nini. So from your study, can you then see the impact of the online peer review, Bu Ninik, from your study? What is the impact?
Well, based on the result of the study here, based on the research questions, and then collecting data, I found that all the score of the students who joined this the research, they show an improvement in their writing skills. And it is true because after that, they can write better. They can realize that when they start writing an essay, then they have to think about thesis statement. Before I found that they may not realize that they have to pay attention on how to construct a good thesis statement. This is one of the example, and also their ability in writing regarding their grammar knowledge is also improved because they know how to make a correct sentence. Although, yeah, at least it is a complete sentence. They can they can write the correct sentence by that there must be a subject and verb, something like that.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you, Bu Ninik. You mentioned about grammar. And what else? Organization, grammar, the students' grammar, organization of idea were improved something. Are they included in the idea of academic writing skills, Bu Ninik? Or do you have any definition about academic writing skills here? Because I couldn't find the definition of academic writing skills. As a matter of fact, academic writing skill here is one of the important variables, right? So do you think that students' grammar and then organization things are also in under academic writing skill or something?
Yes, I put it in definition of terms and also under the genre of writing about the academic writing. Yeah.
Yes. So what is academic writing skill again, Bu Ninik?
Academic writing here is the form of evaluation that requires students to demonstrate knowledge and proficiency with specific disciplinary skills, including thinking, interpreting, and presenting the ideas. It means that they have to be able to present their ideas formally, because it is an academic writing, using the formal language with the correct grammar, and also they have to be able to express what they want to in their essays.
Okay, so among those components, what were improved much from the result of your study? What students' academic writing skills were improved through the online peer review, Bu Ninik?
Okay, thank you for the questions. It depends on the focus or the objective of the peer review itself. For example, if the objective of the peer review is on how to create thesis statements that can show the content of the essay, then later they can do it better. They know that they have to write a good thesis statement. And then when I focus on how to in the body paragraphs, there must be a topic sentence. Then I find I'm quite satisfied because the students know that they realize. I always ask when they ask their writing, ask them about their writing, whether they think that there is a topic sentence. So I usually do not just say that it's wrong because there is no topic sentence, but I give question to them. I did it randomly after I asked them to focus on the topic sentence. It relates to the materials.
Okay, so what students' academic writing skills were improved much here, Bu Ninik?
Pardon me?
What students' academic writing skills were improved much here? Is it their
ability about the the organization of the essay.
Okay.
And then also the grammar and mechanic things like they have to pay attention on the capital letters punctuation.
Okay. Okay. Good. Yeah. Thank you, Punini. Yeah. Another interesting thing that I found from your study is the training. Yeah. Yeah. You mentioned that the participants were given a training on how to do peer review. Was it for 5 times? Yeah. Yeah. Okay. I'm wondering, how did you design the teaching instructions used for the peer review training? Because I'm also an academic writing teacher, so I want to know the teaching instruction. Yeah. Did you construct the teaching instruction by yourself, or you used a constructed teaching instruction, Punini, for this training?
I do it by myself. As I
Okay.
explained, that I focus on each topic that I want to emphasize.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's what I did. Every time I emphasize on this one, and then I give the instruction that I give them the criteria about the appropriate thesis statement, for example, and then they have to see that they can fulfill the criteria of writing a good thesis statement by reviewing their friends. So they have to. But in the training, I give them the essay. Yeah, I give them the essay with the I have already scored myself the essay. For example, that the thesis statement is not doesn't really cover all the content. So they have to give the score. By giving the score, they have to decide that this is right or this is wrong, like that.
Okay, Punini. So I think this is a good idea, because sometimes we teachers don't have any idea how to train our students to do a peer review. Have you developed your teaching instruction here into a book or any other publication, HKI or buku per ISBN, Punini? I think that will be good for us to know.
Okay. Last time in my research, I did I got the HKI for that one.
Okay.
Then I stopped it. I stopped it,
Yeah. It's okay,
didn't-
Punini.
Yeah, I didn't. But thank you to Prof. Uli, who have suggested me to do something with my research. And then in my limited time, I tried to make it, although it hasn't been finished yet.
Yeah. Okay, Punini, thank you very much for sharing the result of your study with us. And I think that's all from me. Bapak Direktur atau Pak Widi, saya kembalikan. Terima kasih.
Baik, terima kasih Ibu Dr. Deborah. Pertanyaannya kritis ya. Baik, selanjutnya saya persilakan penguji kedua, Dr. Rahayu Puji Haryanti, M.Hum.
Terima kasih Bapak Direktur. Yes. Good morning.
Morning, Bu.
Ninik, I'm really happy for you
Thank
for
you.
finally accomplishing your tasks. That is writing your dissertation. Yeah, this is quite an accomplishment. This is a great job. Okay, Ibu, but continuing the questions from the first examiner, you know that in doing a research, there must be some benefit, right? Okay, if not, then you would not have done any research. Okay, so my first question is, what is or who is the target of your research?
Okay, thank you for the question, Bu. The target for the research here actually is the students. Yeah, based on my experience teaching writing to the students, I found that it was not satisfying. As I said that when I give them the feedback, they didn't really care about it. And then after they finish their academic writing class, they continue with their research method class and then writing their proposal and so on. And then I got comment from my colleagues that they didn't get, they were not yet skillful for example, citing from resources.
Mhm.
So the target of my study here is the students, so that hopefully by doing this kind of method in academic writing class, they will improve their writing later on.
Mhm. Okay. What you mean by students here? Is it university students or students at senior high school level?
I conducted my research in my university. So what I meant by students here are the university students who took academic writing in semester 4.
Mhm. Okay. Did you have any ambition that someday the result of your research will be also be implemented by other lecturers or other teachers?
Well, actually, to tell you the truth, I didn't have ambition. But then Buli, why don't you share this and that? So I started thinking, then yes, now I have the ambition to share the result of my study so that others can make use of this kind of peer review training.
Sure. Okay.
Thanks.
So you should have to think about what channels you're going to use to spread out this benefit. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Ibu Ninik. Next is well, did you then construct any peer review model based on your research?
Yes, of course I did, because I had to do the research by applying the peer review training. So I made the model, and
Mhm.
I still actually till now, I still try to develop it.
Mhm.
So for example, in my study, I asked the student to do to write their essay in Google Docs, and then they have to give comments on their students' essay. And the comment is based on the rubric that I have already told them. I trained them, I explained them about what to do with the way to assess their friends' essay. And then before that, of course, I tell them about Google Doc, because not all students know about how to make use of it, and then how to see the history of the comment, and then how to answer the comment and so on, because this is online, and then it can be done synchronous and asynchronously. So yes, there is a template that the students can choose. And then what I'm telling you that I'm still trying to develop is by making it in a Excel.
Mhm.
So when I click, then the students can click and then choose that, for example, the title is appropriate or not. And then if it is not appropriate, then they get 0. They give the score 0 to their friends and so on. But for this study, what I did is that give the comment on the Google Docs based on the criteria that I give to the students.
Mhm. Okay, so it is what is that, one product of your research, and it will be very good. Okay. Another thing, Ibu Ninik, did you also construct a model for the peer review training for the students? Okay, because you, if I'm not mistaken, you suggested that a training should be given to the peer reviewer. Okay, so are you also creating a model for the training?
So the training model is like give the essay,
Mhm.
and it depends on the focus that I want to the students to understand. So for example, when it is about topic sentence, then there is explanation about what topic sentence is. So kind of a material for the class material, material on that topic. Explanation about the material of that topic, and then give some exercise. After that, they have to practice by giving their comment on the exercise online.
Okay.
Yeah.
This is the second product that you can have here. Wonderful. If you realize it, okay, this will be a very great job. Okay, really, yeah. All right, next. By the way, since you illustrate a bit, yeah, in general about the steps, yeah, stages in conducting a peer review in your writing class. How did you determine who will be the reviewer and who will be the students under the review?
Yeah, that's interesting questions. I did some ways. So yeah, I did this for some years. So the first, I decided for them. So I choose the clever one with the low student one, the high and the low. I try to pair them. But then I also conducted the research that their attitude, they didn't have a good attitude because the clever one felt so arrogant. They felt that they are already good, and it seems that they didn't really want to help the others. So based on that research, in my research for my dissertation, I asked them to find their peer themselves, because when they find their themselves, they feel comfortable. Yeah, they have more self-confidence to give comment or to criticize, because the low students usually do not want to criticize. Oh, you are already clever. Semua sudah betul, seperti itu.
All right, then if by mistake, then the pair consists of low competent students, what is the result of the peer review then? Is it improvement of their writing, or is it just a mess?
There is always an improvement, because the key is that I tell them that I will give the score. So you have to be serious in giving the comment on your friends, because I will score the comment that you give to your friends. So it is kind of a treatment. I force them to do it.
I see. Okay, so then if I may conclude, your training for the peer review training is actually the initial step in your writing class. Okay, because the training will be given to all students before they do the peer review. Is that
Yes.
right? Okay, so all students get the training.
Yeah.
Okay, so it is part of the whole teaching, then it is put at the beginning, so that students know what to do in the peer review. Okay, I read something, terminology in your manuscript about peer wizard system.
Pardon me?
Peer wizard system. Peer wizard system in peer review. Do you remember that? On page 37, if I'm not mistaken. Okay, maybe you remember. Peer wizard system. Is it a kind of system in which the reviewer should be someone with higher level of English competence?
It is taken from some of the theory that it is, students who give the peer review should have a higher competence. But in fact, the students are still learning, so they need to improve their writing by not just for the competence ones.
Okay. Well, time is up. Thank you very much, Ibu Ninik. Congratulations once again, Bapak Direktur. Terima kasih.
Ya, baik. Selanjutnya penguji ketiga, Bapak Widianto, SPD, MPD, PhD. Silakan.
Terima kasih, Bapak Ketua. Bu Emilia, Ninik, Aydawati, congratulations.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, you work so hard that you can come up to this point. You can develop one good manuscript. Yeah, actually, I was thinking of when you say this dissertation in Australian context, dissertation is for S1 degree. For me, I think I better use thesis. Yeah. Okay, Bu Ninik, in your research, from the first, the second, examiners, it seems that the focus is on the writer. That the process of the whole process is to improve the writer's ability to write good at academic writing. Yeah. So is it true, or it can be both for the writer and also for the reviewer?
It can be both, because all other writers.
Yeah.
All other writers, and then they have to, sometimes they act as a reviewer, and sometimes they are the ones who are reviewed.
Okay, as you mentioned that in based on Dr. Rahayu's question, that first you choose the cleverest to be the reviewer.
Yeah.
And then that's a problem. Then when it vice versa, the cleverest to become reviewed by those peer. So what happened, and what's your solution?
What happened? Yeah.
You said that it's arrogant, right?
Yeah, I did it.
Yeah.
I did it. And then, yeah, the clever ones show that they are, they, based on my observation, they feel reluctant to do. Both of them, actually, the reviewer and the one who are reviewed, felt reluctant to do the peer review. It seemed that the one who are clever, not all of us, didn't really want to help their peers, their friends, to improve their writing.
Yeah.
And the ones who have low competence also feel interfere because they know that they are not good. They know because their grammar, for example, the score in their grammar 1, 2, 3 are not good. So they know that their ability to write is not good, because they may think about writing is about writing a good, correct sentences.
Yeah.
While actually sometimes they have better knowledge about they know what to write. I mean, the idea, they have the idea, the good idea to write, but the problem is that they cannot express it, with correct grammars.
Okay, so from your experience, it seems that you are not just concentrating on developing the quality of writing, but also the quality of the story, the argument, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so which one comes first? The grammar first or the argument first?
The grammar. Everything is about
Okay.
grammar. The content is, it is me as a teacher to evaluate or to assess them, not the friends. I think that their ability, it is just good if they can evaluate the things that I emphasize. But about the content, about the coherence, I do not ask them to do that. So
Okay.
maybe in a advanced level they can do that. But first, assessing their friends, I mean, deciding that the sentence is correct or incorrect is still something need a high effort for them.
Okay, but I think you are talking about topic sentence,
Yeah.
and then something in paragraphs that it seems that you are you did discuss the how to develop a good argument in a paragraph, right?
Yes.
Not just the grammar, not just the
No, of course
okay.
not. So I introduce them with the kinds of essays that they have to write.
Okay, thank you. Yeah, Ibu, I think you mentioned 6 learning styles, right?
Yes.
And I think that the finding is different from the among the other 6. Yeah, that one asynchronous may give more benefit to the independent, and the other. Can you explain in detail, please?
Okay. For the independent students, they have the characters that they like to study by myself. So in this case, it is the finding what underline that the independent will shows a better result when they do the synchronous, yeah. Independent, synchronous, and then avoidant synchronous, because avoidant, I think it relates to their personal characters. Someone who are dependent, they depend on others, but they cannot, maybe they are not good in expressing what they have. So for the dependent, asynchronous is shows better result.
Okay.
Cooperative, synchronized is better.
Okay, thank you, Bu. Yeah, so I may assume that the independent one with a very good English, so it is the one that is arrogant, right? Arrogant, yeah, could be, right? Yeah, udah merasa tahu semuanya. Okay, yeah. Okay, in dealing with academic writing, I think it was asked by the previous examiners that I think based on your result, I think it would be better if you make kind of what is it? Apa ya? Praktek baiknya, Bu. And then you share your friend with your friend, and so to me, yeah, because I also teach academic writing in undergrad degree, so I think it's very benefited for me for having this. Oh, okay, that's it.
That's it. In the
Okay.
process, Pak.
Okay, I think you should include Bu Wuli there.
Yeah.
Because she's also the one of the my colleagues in teaching academic writing.
So the title is what, why, and how.
Okay.
In how is I tell them about the process of
Mhm.
giving the training, how
Yeah.
to conduct that one before the students can do it.
Okay. Oh yeah, maybe my other questions. Didn't you talk about the genre which is often used in academic writing, something like argumentative persuasive genre? Because
Yeah.
I think this is the genres that are needed in developing, especially research project or report or something.
Yeah. So there are some genres that need to be that students need to know.
Mhm.
So for example, argumentative, that students have to be able to argue, to put their argument in their argumentative, and then also comparative genre, the comparative kinds of writing. They have to be able to compare, and then also there is a process, and then there is also a definition. Even
Okay.
definition, I give them knowledge about how to write a good definition with a good topic sentence, because yeah, and then comparative, argumentative, what else? Descriptive
Discussion.
descriptive
Of
discussion,
course.
yeah.
Discussion, yeah.
Yes.
Okay. I think I still have more time, but I think it's enough for me. Thank you, Bu Ninik, for the answer. Very good answer. Okay. For the next, because Prof. Fatul is having something to do, so I'll give the next chance to Professor Wuli. Prof. Wuli Fitriati, time is yours.
Thank you so much, Bapak Widianto PhD, for the time given to me. Good morning, Bu Ninik.
Good morning, Bu.
Well, you look gorgeous, Ibu.
Thank you.
I hardly not recognize you when I came into this room. Saya mencari Bu Ninik yang mana ya? Really, you look pretty, yeah.
My children, Bu,
Oh, okay.
who do everything for me.
Yeah, so you should be very grateful having those children. Well, Bu Ninik, this is a golden opportunity for you. Yeah, this is the day for us to promote you as a doctor in English language education. And the first question from me is, I ask you, how long have you been teaching academic writing at the university?
Very long, Ibu.
Very long. Okay. Many years or months? Many years.
I
Okay.
started teaching in Unica about 26 years ago.
26 years ago.
And then usually I teach academic writing because that subject I'm interested in teaching grammar and writing, Ibu.
I see. Okay.
And then I have to improve my teaching.
Teaching, yes, teaching quality, ya Bu ya. Okay. And actually we can see from your research that the product or the output of your research is this one, ya Bu, the rubrics for peer review that you show us the draft of the peer review to be HKI ya, akan di HKI-kan ya, or still in the process of making the summaries of your dissertation. And what I'm going to say is like this, there are 8 aspects in the rubrics, am I right? 8 aspects in the rubrics, those are title, hook, thesis statement, topic sentence, supporting ideas, concluding paragraph, as you provided in the appendices, Bu Ninik, on pages 134 and 135, and grammar, mechanics, spelling, punctuation, capitalization. In relation to Ibu Dr. Yayu and Pak Widi's PhD's questions, this is the peer review, yeah. So how about you yourself? What were your role in the teaching learning process instead of train your students? So what did you do in the classroom, especially in giving the learning materials for academic writing? Can you please explain that?
Okay, Ibu. Of course, as a teacher, I have to teach them about the things that cover in syllabus. And it is about the material, and then also it is about giving the training. And of course, I have to score what they have done in 2 ways. So I score their essay, their writing, and also I score the way they do the peer review.
Yeah. In relation to your answers to with these questions, that you also the learning materials include the students are able to write comparing and contrasting texts and also arguments and discussions. So how did you let's say what I mean is like this. I'm not focusing on the peer review, but the process of teaching academic writing in the class. So whether this peer review was given in the beginning of the semester or in the mid-semester, the middle of the semester, or how?
Okay, so the step that I do in my academic writing class is giving the materials. I use some books, and but especially in I use the grid writing books published by Neo, I think. Yeah, that's the books, the main books that I use. So I teach them and then also use some exercise from that book. And then if the focus is on the thesis statement, then I give them the way to analyze, to write and then to analyze.
Okay.
So it is actually in a real, not in a research, but in the real academic writing class, I do it during the semester. So when it comes to the topic of thesis statement, topic sentence, and so on, then I focus on it. But then when the half semester, the second semester, they have to start writing the essay.
I see.
Yeah. So in that part, and after the half semester, they have to do all the peer review completely, not only just step by step, but the whole.
Yeah. Okay, that's good. I'm glad to hear that, because I'm just afraid that the focus of your academic writing class is just ask them to do peer review while you are not teaching. You know what I mean?
Yeah. That's what I avoided, giving them a feedback myself.
Yeah. Okay, good. So this is, I can say this, that these rubrics for peer review is a kind of tool, yeah, to facilitate you as a lecturer and students, yeah, in improving the quality of their writing. Am I right?
Yes.
Okay, yes. Thank you for that part. Now, I'm wondering the aspect of grammar, Bu Nini. There are 8 aspects in the rubrics. Perhaps you have your own arguments why the aspect of grammar is separated from other aspects. For example, in the supporting ideas, topic sentence, why do you have specific aspect called grammar in the rubrics? What's your explanation about that?
It is the hard, not the hardest. It is hard for the students. So that's why I put emphasis on it. Then they have to be more serious in dealing with grammar.
I see. Okay, and the score 15%, yeah,
Yeah.
from 100%. And okay, I can't accept your arguments that because grammar is the hardest part in writing. How about, if I'm not mistaken, in some part of your discussion, you also mentioned that some students feel not confident, yeah, in giving a review, especially they said that I don't have adequate linguistic competence to give feedback. So how did you handle that?
Again, it depends on the focus of the teaching. So for example, I want to focus them on checking whether the sentence are completely correct. I mean, not completely correct, but it is a complete sentence, not a phrase or a run-on sentence. So I first, of course, I teach them about the kinds of sentences, like a simple sentence, compound sentence, and complex sentence. What are the difference between them? And then they have to do the exercise by saying that this sentence is this is a phrase, this is a simple sentence, and this is a complete sentence. So then what I did is that I asked them to count the sentences that the students that friends do. So for example, 10 sentences, and then they have to say how many is compound, how many is simple, like that. So counting their friends. Okay. After that, they will be able, I think, that they will realize that this is complete sentence, this is not a complete sentence. This is for one of the example. When the topic is on the tenses, for example, then I will tell them I will remind them about the tenses that they have learned in their grammar class, and then they have to see their friends. So the important thing is that tell them the focus. They have to focus on one point.
Right. A clear
one
instruction,
by one.
yeah?
Yeah.
A clear instruction from you as a lecturer. Yeah, so that they would not be confused. Saya harus apa ini?
Ini salah semua ini.
Yeah, okay. Good. Now perhaps this is the last 2 questions. Oh, 1 question more. Well, after all of this has been done, what are the contributions of your research findings on the theories, the contributing things, yeah, that you can share with us, academic writing lecturers, especially in teaching academic writing at university level? Did you formulate any theories based on this research?
Based on this research, the theory that I can conclude from my study is that academic writing teachers, peer review give benefits to the students and also the teachers, and it must be conducted correctly, appropriately, and it can be based also on the students' learning style. Because if they feel convenient with that, what the kinds of method they do, then they will perform better.
I see. So that's the theory or theories that you produce based on your research. Yeah. So I can cite later on in the future for my research. Aydawati 2023 assert that. Okay. Yeah. Congratulations, ya Bu Emilia. Yeah, thank you. Congratulations once again. Ya, terima kasih Bapak Widianto PhD atas waktunya.
Okay, thank you, Prof. Ole. The next will be Prof. Yanuaris Mujianto. Time is yours, Pak Yan.
Kalau besar Nunu, Ninik Nunu. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. My first question is about the novelty of your work. Yeah. What is actually the novelty of your work?
Well, studies on peer review have been conducted everywhere and in the world. Yeah.
Mm.
And-
How did you measure that it is something novel?
The novelty is that because of the moderate variable, it is related the kinds of the online peer review with the students' learning styles. And I do not find any study that have been done by correlate the students' learning style and the kinds of online peer review.
Okay, all right. Now let us talk about the relations between synchronous and asynchronous learning practice and learning styles. Yeah, the learner's learning style. Now, the question is, can learning style, students' learning style be changed or not?
I do not know, but I guess it cannot because it is the characters of the students. But
cannot.
maybe by practicing and they have more self-confidence, it's possible that. But this the questionnaire that has been written by Gracia, saying that there are 6 kinds of learners with different 6 learning styles. And it is based on their studies for a long time. And there is a score saying that if your score is this one, then you are dependent. So I think that it cannot be changed in a very short time, but possibly, I'm not sure.
Okay, now let's talk about synchronous learning practice, right? Yeah. So is synchronous learning practice more appropriate for independent or dependent learners?
For independent
Learners. Now,
synchronous is more appropriate because the result prove
yes,
that it has higher students with independent learning style get better score when they do the synchronous.
okay,
online.
because synchronous practice is more appropriate for, is it independent or dependent?
Dependent.
Dependent learners?
Independent, synchronous.
Independent, okay. Synchronous is more appropriate for independent learners, right? And you see that in the classroom, you will surely find out 2 groups of students' learning styles. Some are independent learners, others are dependent learners. Okay. And now you are going to apply synchronous practice, right? And synchronous practice is only appropriate for independent learners. Yeah. What do you think about the dependent learners?
That's why I did this research. And I suggested that the teachers classify the students first. But in teaching about online peer review, I teach all the students the same way. I mean, I tell them how to do the peer review online. It is not about synchronized or asynchronous. Synchronous or asynchronous. It is not about that. So it is about how to.
So how can you maximize your learning, your teaching style?
When giving the material, no, it is not maximized. But then when it's time for them to practice to do the peer review, then by classifying them in different learning styles group, then they can find. I can suggest them to do the right kinds of online peer review. So testing them, evaluating them.
You can or you cannot.
I can. I give them the questionnaire and classify them based on their learning styles, and then give the suggestion. But it depends on them whether they still prefer to do this or that. But I can suggest them that it's better for you to do the synchronous, or it's better for you to do the asynchronous.
Okay, all right. Now let's talk a bit about your motto, right? Yeah, okay, yeah. So how do you relate your motto with the contents of your dissertation?
Well, actually, it is about studying.
Second motto, for example.
Wait.
Okay.
Cannot.
Did you think about the contents of your dissertation or not when determining the use of these mottos? Yes or no?
It is yes.
Yes.
Yeah. First no. I mean,
First,
yeah,
no.
the last one when the third motto. But the second, education is the power to think clearly, the power to act well in the world's work, and the power to appreciate life. So yes, when we do the peer review, it is a kind of education, and then we do really need to appreciate others. And the power to act well in the words is by appreciating others. In this term, students, when do the peer review, they have to be to appreciate others.
Okay, you check in your dictionary again the meaning of motto, right? Yeah. Kayak motto itu bukan itu ya. Okay, check it. Yeah, okay. After knowing the meaning of motto, then is your motto appropriate or not with your contents? Okay, and then all right. Yeah. Okay. Next question is about the use of APA. Yeah, APA 7 edition. Did you use APA 7 edition consistently or not?
I don't think that I do it consistently.
Did you check the grammar in your Grammarly.com?
Yes, Grammarly.com. Yes, premium one.
What was your score?
I didn't. I just checked. I use Grammarly Premium to click the ones that is wrong, like the space and so on.
You just know, but you did not make any correction, right? You did not make any correction.
I did make a correction.
That's a problem. Okay, because I still find out a lot of
also
mistakes in using
I use Mendeley, and then sometimes I do not check that the Mendeley copy.
Okay, yeah.
So I need to check it.
All right. Did you also check your contents in Turnitin to see whether there are plagiarism or not?
Yes.
Yes or no?
Yes.
Yes. Yeah. Okay. What was your finding?
The score. 15, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
15%.
15. Just 15. Okay. What is the maximal? Yeah. The maximum score.
25, I guess.
25 ya, jadi masih jauh panggang dari api. Okay, yeah, okay. What about the score of Grammarly?
I do not know the
You
score.
did not.
No.
Yeah, okay, yeah. That's why you should realize that there are a lot of grammatical mistakes in your text, right? So for your betterment, right? Yeah. So check, yeah, every part of your dissertation from abstract, yeah, to suggestions, yeah. So each part of them in grammarly.com, yeah, and your score should be at least 90, right? Okay, ya, jadi banyak pekerjaan rumah yang harus dikerjakan. Okay, alright, and then references, yeah, okay, you should also be consistent, yeah, in writing your references using APA 7 edition. Okay. All right. Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you, Prof.
Pak Widianto.
Thank you, Prof. Ian, for the question. And the last will be for Professor Dr. Dwi Rukmini. Okay. Prof, maybe time's yours, 10 minutes.
Okay, yes, thank you very much. Professor Bapak Widianto PhD for the chance given to me. And congratulations, Ibu Ninik. Now you can stand over there defending your dissertation writing. Okay. After a very long struggle. Okay. Ibu Nini, just read your title.
The impact of synchronous and asynchronous online peer review practice on academic writing skills of students with different learning styles.
Okay. So your concerns on the improvement of academic writing. Why so? Please do not answer that because you have been teaching academic writing, for a long time. Instead of that, please. How many kind of writing do students in Sugio Pranoto University undergraduate get?
There are 3 levels. The first
Only
one,
3.
Only 3.
Oh.
4 credits for 1. So it has been changed by years. So it is decided to give them 4 credits for writing paragraph writing, where the students have to learn to know about making good sentences. And then the second one is paragraph writing. They start to write a paragraph. And then the last one is academic writing. So there are 12 credits that they have to take during their study.
So why academic writing?
Because it is the last one, and it is, I expected that they have already know how to create or how to make good sentences from the previous classes. They know they know about essay, they know about paragraphs already. So it's time for them to realize the importance of mastering the things that they have learned before.
Okay, I think the reason can be related to the goal of academic writing or the achievement that students have to gain. Okay. What do you think?
The goal of the academic writing is that the students will be able to write scientifically about what they think by also citing using APA standard system 7
edition. Okay, yes, relate that to the goal and write that in the background of the study by academic writing.
Okay.
Yeah.
I will add it in my background of study.
Yeah, that's good. You relate the application of synchronous and asynchronous with learning styles of the student and learning your answers to the examiners in the examination. Yeah, I got an idea that there are 6 learning styles actually. Yeah. But why did you only choose 4, not all of
Not
them?
6. Yeah.
Yeah.
It depends on the participants, ma'am. So my students, I gave them the questionnaire to know their learning style.
Yes.
And then the number of the students, for example, who have the avoidant, if I'm not mistaken, only 1 or 2. So I decided not to include these ones because not enough number of the students with that kind of learning styles. That's the reason. So that's why in my suggestion, I suggest that this study can be done with the more participants so that the researcher can have data from other kinds, all kinds of learning styles, students with 6 different learning styles.
Have you written that in chapter 3 methodology?
No. Okay, I will add it.
Okay, good.
I just say that I use 4 different types, not saying why the reason is so and so.
Okay, write down please. And this will complete your book because later, I hope it is within a short time you will publish your book.
I also hope so.
Yeah, based on your research. Yeah, good. Ibu Ninik, yeah. How long did what's that? The peer review, yes, take place?
For my study, I did the peer review to take the to understand their ability to know that they are able.
I mean to practice, not
practice.
Not to train. Yeah.
So I give them I ask them to do the practice by analyzing of reviewing the essay that I prepare, but then they have to do the peer review by themselves. Real peer review.
How long?
Twice for the study and then 5 times for the practice.
Okay. How many meetings do students have in academic writing?
24 meetings in a semester.
And the focus of the review, how many?
5 times. 5 times. And then twice they can do it by themselves at home, outside of the classroom.
Yeah.
The 5 times is done in the classroom.
What about the chance for you to give a review?
I did it after the students do the review. So I spent 1 meeting to discuss about the result of the review that they have done.
Okay. So 1, they work by themselves, and the second time you did the review and give evaluation on the review of
that the
peer.
students have already had.
Yeah.
Okay,
that's good. Related to Pak Yan's questions about the possibility of student learning style, whether it can be changed or not after the process of writing class. Okay. Do you think is it necessary or not?
It is necessary.
Yeah, because who knows that it is changed. And then when pairing the students, you can change. Yeah, using the results of their changing. Okay. Yeah, that can be put in the suggestion.
Oh, okay.
Mm-mm.
Yeah.
And then do you make the questionnaire yourself when classifying the students, okay, into
Learning
some
styles.
learning styles? Yes.
No, of course not. I use the questionnaire that is already written by Gracia.
Hmm.
Exactly the same in
Oh, yeah.
English.
And give the reason why.
Of course, I cannot do myself to classify. I'm not expertise in doing that. So I use the questionnaire. I just trust the questionnaire that I can use it to classify the students.
Oh, isn't there any expert judgment in your study?
For giving the
Because that is the instrument.
the instrument of the questionnaire, no. Because it's already well established, well done. It's
Okay.
already there.
Okay. Yeah, thank you very much, Ibu. And that's all from me, Pak Widianto. Suwon. Oh, sorry. Bapak Direktur, that's all from me. I do not know that.
Thank you, Prof.
Ketua penguji menunda ujian untuk memberikan waktu kepada para penguji melaksanakan rapat yudisium.
Untuk memberikan waktu kepada tim penguji dalam menentukan hasil ujian, dengan ini ujian promosi doktor atas nama Saudari Emilia Ninik Aydawati SP M.Hum dinyatakan ditunda.
Ketua penguji dan tim penguji meninggalkan ruang ujian. Hadirin dimohon berdiri. Hadirin dipersilahkan duduk kembali. Ujian promosi doktor pendidikan dilanjutkan kembali. Ketua penguji dan tim penguji memasuki ruang ujian. Hadirin dimohon berdiri. Hadirin dipersilakan duduk kembali. Ketua penguji membuka kembali ujian promosi doktor pendidikan.
Ujian promosi doktor pendidikan atas nama Saudari Emilia Ninik Aydawati SP M.Hum dinyatakan dibuka kembali. Tibalah saatnya saya akan mengumumkan hasil ujian disertasi. Ya, boleh minum dulu, biar lebih tenang ya. Yang sudah dituangkan dalam berita acara ujian disertasi tahap 2 atau terbuka. Saya bacakan berita acara ujian disertasi tahap 2. Pada hari ini, Senin, tanggal 14 bulan Agustus tahun 2023, di Sekolah Pasca Sarjana Universitas Negeri Semarang telah diselenggarakan ujian disertasi tahap 2 atas nama Emilia Ninik Aydawati SP M.Hum pada program studi Ilmu Pendidikan Bahasa S3 Sekolah Pasca Sarjana UNES dengan disertasi yang berjudul The Impact of Synchronous and Asynchronous Online Peer Review Practice on Academic Writing Skills of Students with Different Learning System, different learning styles. Setelah dilaksanakan ujian dan dilaksanakan rapat penguji, keputusan penguji menyatakan bahwa Emilia Ninik Aydawati SPM dinyatakan lulus sebagai doktor pendidikan. Ya. Sekarang boleh dipanggil doktor. Doktor Emilia Ninik Aydawati adalah doktor ke-853 lulusan UNES, doktor ke-172 lulusan program Ilmu Pendidikan Bahasa S3 Sekolah Pasca Sarjana UNES dengan masa studi. Ini pelan-pelan nih. Ya, pelan-pelan bacanya. 6 tahun 11 bulan. Nah. Karya ilmiah disertasi diberi penghargaan dengan nilai, wah ini bacanya keras, dengan nilai A. IPK 3,91. Nah.
Wow.
Hasil akhir ujian promosi doktor pendidikan dengan predikat kelulusan sangat memuaskan. Atas nama Ketua Penguji, Sekretaris Profesor Dr. Fathrohman M.Hum, selamat Dr. Emilia Ninik Aydawati. Ya, semoga sukses.
Ketua penguji didampingi koordinator program studi menyerahkan tanda kelulusan secara simbolik. Dr. Emilia Ninik Aydawati disilahkan untuk menempatkan diri. Doktor Emilia, Nini Aydawati, dan para penguji dimohon menempatkan diri untuk berfoto bersama. Doktor Emilia, Nini Aydawati disilahkan untuk kembali ke tempat. Ketua penguji mempersilahkan promotor untuk menyampaikan kesan dan pesan.
Selanjutnya saya persilakan promotor, Ibu Profesor Dr. Dwi Rukmini, MPD, untuk menyampaikan pesan dan kesan.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Suwun Profatur sudah menugasi saya untuk memberi kesan dan pesan kepada Ibu Doktor Ninik. Memakai bahasa apa, Bu Ninik? Ini semua dari bahasa Inggris kan? Halo,
Bahasa
Ibu
apa aja,
Ninik.
Bu?
Ya wes.
Ya.
Jawa, Indonesia, dan Inggris ya. Oke. Ladies and gentlemen, you heard by yourself that I'm asked by the director of Sekolah Pasca Sarjana UNES to give kesan dan pesan to Ibu Nini, the new, doctor, yes, of Pasca Sarjana. Yang saya hormati hadirin semua, dan pertama-tama saya ucapkan congratulations to Ibu Doktor Nini, yes, for the greatest achievement in your education. Thank you, gitu dong. Aku kok nggak kerungu.
Thank you so much.
Nah, yo. Oke. Juga selamat kepada ini Bapak Rektor Sudio Pranoto rawuh nggak?
Enggak, lagi rapin.
Ya udah, for members of Sudio Pranoto University who are attending, accompanying Ibu Nini, congratulations. Now, your university is added by one doctor. Learning on the achievement, I think I'm so proud of you because you get A with IPK 3.91. Yes, it's really satisfying. Yes, it is all right when the time you achieve needs 6 years. I know exactly what happened with you.
Yeah.
So I still say that this is still the greatest achievement. You see, and thank you very much for all the examiners that give good scores to Ibu Doktor Ninik. Yeah. And thanks a lot for the guidance, suggestions, yes, to her. Ibu Ninik.
Iya, Prof.
Ibu Doktor Ninik lali terus. Ya, karena dokter baru sih. I know what happens to you during the process of your learning to achieve this, okay, greatest or highest title. Many things happens on your life. Yeah, you are a really superwoman. Yeah. As a human being, you can successfully struggle in your life because many storms, not many, yeah, a big storm took place in your life. I needn't have to explain what. And you can successfully struggle on that with the support of your children, of course. So, Mas, Mbak, thanks a lot for your support to your mom. Yeah. Without your support, I don't think that she can achieve, okay, the goal successfully. Yes. And that is what I call the dynamicity of life. Yeah. Apa namanya? Bu Nini, after obtaining your doctorate degree, yeah, it doesn't mean that you stop your struggle in your academic life. That is the start. But now you are a doctor, so okay, what you write, what you say, yes, what you think should be reflected, yeah, as a person having the highest, okay, achievement academically. Yeah. And this is a start for you to write because your professorship is awaiting. Hopefully soon you will be a professor. Yeah.
Hope so.
Because, okay, today you promise, yeah, to think about the, apa tadi, you want to write many books, yeah, based on your research. Great. And also you will, okay, struggle for your HKI, right?
Yeah.
With the support of Ibu Uli. Yeah. Good. And that is one of the requirements of obtaining your professorship, right?
Yeah.
Good. Besides that, you are also a model for your children. Yeah. You can, okay, without a lot of suggestion, reminder to your children and also to your relative. Yeah. You can teach them. Yeah. And I love to see this achievement. Ibu, on the behalf of UNES, okay, apologize us if we cannot serve you well during your studying here. And thank you for choosing UNES.
Thank you so much, Bu.
Thanks UNES dong, jangan saya.
Thanks. Thanks all to all the examiners and my promoters.
Ya, saya apa lagi ya? Oke, minta maaf sudah. Okay, that's all from me because I don't think that I should be the promoter because there is a new regulation that okay, the retired professor cannot be a promoter. Jadi saya enak-enakan, tahu nggak? No, okay, that's all I can say. Profatur, so sorry if you are not so satisfactory with my kesan and pesan. Yes, thank you very much.
Thank you, Prof. Ya.
Ujian promosi doktor pendidikan atas nama Doktor Emilia Ninik Aydawati ditutup oleh Ketua Penguji.
Sebelum saya menutup sidang ujian ini, saya ingin menyampaikan terima kasih kepada seluruh promotor yang amat terpelajar, Dewan Penguji yang saya muliakan dan amat terpelajar. Terima kasih juga kepada Rektor Universitas Sugio Pranoto dan seluruh jajaran, dan juga kepada seluruh keluarga dan juga sahabat-sahabat dari Doktor Emilia Ninik Aydawati dan pada hadirin seluruhnya. Saya merasa turut bangga dengan spirit yang tadi disampaikan oleh Ibu Dwi Rukmini sebagai promotor, walaupun promotornya enak-enakan saja, tapi karya disertasi dari pembimbingnya yang dibimbing luar biasa ya. Karena itu saya ingin memberikan hadiah ini untuk dokter baru. Hadiahnya dari saya adalah pantun. Pantunnya, bila hari dilewati dengan ceria, bahagia selalu akan terasa di hati. Selamat dan sukses untuk Dokter Emilia. Terus berkarya mengibarkan prestasi.
Terima kasih, Bro.
Nah, saya tutup ya. Dengan mengucapkan syukur, alhamdulillah, ujian promosi doktor pendidikan atas nama Doktor Emilia Ninik Aydawati secara resmi saya nyatakan ditutup. Terima kasih. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Ujian promosi doktor selesai. Doktor Emilia Ninik Aydawati beserta keluarga dimohon menempatkan diri untuk menerima ucapan selamat. Pemberian ucapan selamat. Ucapan selamat diawali dari Ketua Penguji. Anggota tim penguji. Dilanjutkan oleh para tamu undangan. Bapak Ibu yang kami hormati, demikian ujian promosi doktor pada siang hari ini.